retrolicious. Hello, my friends. I should put this coffee down. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Air Effect. I feel a little weird. I haven't filmed a video in like 3 weeks, and I unintentionally took a 2-week break, and the video that I meant to put out 2 weeks ago is not done yet because I just have, you know, when you work on those little tiny projects and like you have one little thing left to do but you just don't feel like doing it. That is how this other video is for me. So today I thought I'd talk about something else because I'm procrastinating. So today I thought I would sit down and talk about something that I get asked all the time, and that is, where do you find affordable vintage fashion? So today I thought I would talk you through that subject, where I find all of my more affordable items, ways you can search for things, brands you can look for, and I will try to link everything that I can think of down below that's readily available, like affordable retro vintage brands. I will link down below in the description, just to kind of help you get started if you are looking for affordable vintage items or affordable retro brands. Let's get into it. I don't know, that was a weird intro. So the first thing that I want to talk about is readily available affordable vintage brands. And these are not necessarily going to be ethical or anything like that, but they are brands that I know don't tend to knock off other brands, and by that I mean they don't take somebody else's design and then try to make it their own. So far as I am aware, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything about any of these brands. These are brands that I have found to be fairly well made. They are affordable. They have a decent range of sizes. The first brand, which actually if you've watched my channel for a little while you will know that I have made a couple videos about them, and it is Belpak. They are through Amazon, but they also have their own website, and they make a wide range of decent sizing vintage dresses and sweaters and skirts, and I don't actually know what else. They have a good range of items, mainly in the, it's kind of more of the pinup style. You could work some of their items to be more like, if you're not so much a pinup vintage person and you want to be a little bit more like true vintage, they do have items you can work into your true vintage look, but they are very affordable. They are pretty well made. I especially really like their sweaters. I'm actually wearing one of their sweaters. I didn't mean to do that, but this is a sweater from Belpak that they sent me, and honestly I would have bought it even if they hadn't sent it to me, because their sweaters, they just always nail the quality and the fit, and everything about their sweaters is really nice. So I highly recommend them if you're looking for tops and sweaters. The skirts can be hit and miss. They have some like plain skirts and I really don't like the fabrics, but they're printed skirts or their plaid skirts do have a better quality and feel to them, so I like those a lot. And they generally also have pockets, which is a big plus. Another brand that I really like is Grace Karen. I have several of their dresses. They are really well made. Actually, one of my most the dress that I get asked about the most is from Grace Karen. They no longer make it and they don't have this print anymore, but they always have a really beautiful range of prints. Grace Karen is a brand that they are reliably really nice quality for the price. They are generally, I think, around $30 again. And the sizing, I can't remember if they have extended their sizing, but they are true to size and they do stretch a little bit. The other Amazon brand that I really like dresses from, although I don't think I have any right now, and I haven't purchased any from them recently, but it is a brand called Gowntown. I had one of their dresses, actually maybe I've had 2 or 3 of their dresses in the past. They are more in like the $40 range, I think, and they do take a little while to get to you, but again, they are very pretty. They are very well made, good quality. The fabric isn't too weird, and overall I really like a lot of the styles that they have out. And if I remember correctly, they also tend to have pockets, which is like a big thing for me. So those are 3 of the like dress brands that I tend to look for on Amazon. And then so far as skirts go, again, Belpak, if you look at their plaid skirts are really nice quality. So another brand that I have all of the skirts from is called Penelope Vintage. They sell, I don't know if they sell anything more than this. I've only ever bought their skirts, but they have these retro looking skirts that have pockets and an elastic waistband. It's really well made. It is all polyester so far as I can remember, but they are very comfortable, they are very size inclusive, and the waistband will stretch about 6 to 8 inches beyond what their size chart says. I think it's about 6 inches beyond what the size chart says, so they are very, like, they grow with you. I have gained weight since I bought my first one and it still fits me just fine. So far as shoes go, a really good brand that you can find on Amazon is called Chase & Chloe. This is actually a brand that has been sold by other vintage websites, just as ModCloth, and I want to say quite a few other like vintage curating websites have sold this shoe, but Chase & Chloe is a really good brand to look for on Amazon. They are really comfortable. I especially really like their wedges. Those are like my go-to wedges. The other shoe brand that I own, I only own one pair from them so far, but I really like them, is called Cambridge Select. They have these really cute retro heels. And the last shoe brand that I can think to recommend from Amazon is called Refresh, and they have my favorite like retro Oxford style booties of all time. I have also worn a striped off the shoulder shirt, which you can find in several iterations on Amazon, but I think it's a really nice basic, and I will link that down below. I can't remember the brand name, but I will link it down below so that if you are into that, they have several different kinds of stripes. They have plain ones, they have lots of different colors, and they are a really good basic for your wardrobe. So the second thing I want to talk about is off Amazon brands, and those the ones that I can think of to recommend. Hearts and Roses of London is a really good brand. Voodoo Vixen is another affordable brand. Retrolicious. And if you want to wait till end of season sales, you can also shop places like Collectif and ModCloth and Unique Vintage and other vintage websites, but they are expensive when they're not on sale. So that is something that I do. I tend to wait till the end of season, I see what's available, and I pick it up because honestly, I don't ever need an item. Sometimes if I want an item, I just save up for it. But so far as affordable vintage shoes, one of the brands that I really like and have been especially fond of lately is Bait Footwear. And Bait is really nice because they tend to have very comfortable shoes. I was kind of put onto this brand because of my friend Sarah of In a Nutshell blog and her obsession with Bait Footwear. But I just bought a few pairs and they are having a sale right now, so each pair was about $40. I got these little red sandals. I would suggest sizing up in anything but the sandals if you have wider feet, because even though I sized up half a size, these other two pairs that I got are still a little bit, I'll just have to wear them and work them into fitting me. But I picked up these sandals and I think each pair was about $40. So those sandals, they have a lot of really cute flats. I got these little fox flats, which kind of actually look like cats, but they're very cute all the same. And then actually just today, my whole outfit, I wear these, which please ignore if you can see that they're dirty. I walked through gravel. But these pumps, which are very, very cute. And I also own a few other pairs of Bait shoes that I've gotten secondhand, and they do tend to be very, very comfortable and easy to wear. The third way that I find affordable vintage clothing, which you should have seen coming, is by looking on secondhand websites like eBay, ThredUp. ThredUp's not my favorite, I don't find a lot there, but it's an option. Poshmark is my biggest space to score secondhand, cheaper, vintage inspired clothing, or even vintage, and Etsy. I would highly recommend consistently searching through Poshmark and eBay. You can even set up alerts for certain brands if you want to. I search for brands like Lindy Bop, Collectif, Miss Candyfloss. Miss Candyfloss will tend to be on the expensive side, but you can occasionally find people selling their Miss Candyfloss for cheap. ModCloth often has some really good vintage style stuff. I always have a continuous search going on Poshmark and eBay. Those are all the things that I search for, and then you can filter by your size and see if there's anything available. I also highly recommend following Miss Ginger Jones if you want tips on how she searches specifically for items, especially when it's harder to filter a website. She has a lot of really great tips on filtering searches so that you can find retro style clothing for very inexpensive. The fourth way that I find affordable vintage clothing is, again, through Etsy and eBay, and this is for true vintage clothing. I can't recommend enough that when you search, you set your price range. That is the biggest way I've ever found anything affordably, is by setting a price limit to my searches. I set how much I want to spend, and I only look at the things that are within that price range, and often I'll click like if they have free shipping, that's an added bonus. But that is the biggest secret that I have to finding affordable true vintage, is to set your price range so that you don't see anything that's too expensive for you. This also really helps filter it, and yeah, there are a lot less affordable vintage things, but if you don't see the things you can't afford, it's gonna make you a lot less sad. So far as finding like true plus size vintage, that has also been a thing where I will search Volop, I will search plus size, sometimes I will search by the waist size, but that doesn't always work, because often if you search like 34-inch waist, it will just see the 34-inch and it'll give you something that's a 34-inch bust. So that's not a die-hard way to search for that. But with Etsy, I'm always searching and filtering it by vintage, first of all, and then women's clothing, and then sometimes I will use the sizes, sometimes I will just scroll, but I always set my price range so that it doesn't show me anything above my price range. And then, because I can't leave this video without plugging my own vintage shop, if you're looking for affordable vintage, especially with a focus on the bigger sizes, go down to the description and find my Etsy shop. I am finally dedicating time this year to getting everything that I own that I need to sell up on Etsy, including a lot of things from my own closet, because I did a huge closet clear out and I have tons of stuff to put down up on my Etsy. It will be a slow process. There's only about 20-30 things up right now because I haven't had time, but I have a lot to list and I have a lot of larger sizes, so if you want to follow my Etsy shop, you can find the link down below. So that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful to you to have some ways to find affordable vintage. I know it's not every tip is going to apply to every person, but hopefully there's something useful in this video for you. If there's a brand that I missed that you really like to shop with and they are affordable, let me know. I would love to discover more retro brands. And if you own an Etsy shop that is affordable, or a website that is affordable, let me know down below so that everyone can go search through your stuff. But that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, like the video, comment down below, all of the fun things. I hope that wherever you are feeling safe and loved. And until I see you again, have a beautiful day and thank you for watching. Bye!